Hey guys, today in this pot right back here, I'm cooking carnitas. If you stick around, I'll show you how I'm doing it. Now, if you have a different way of doing it, I'd love to hear it. I would love to hear that my uncle Jose is from Michoacan and this is how he does it. I would love to hear that. If you post some stupid comment, I'll give you one back. Anyway, stick around. So we've got an onion, some thyme, some bay leaves, got a cheesecloth. We're going to tie this up. I don't want to tie that in there. Need that later. We're going to make this way where we can take all this stuff out later and it doesn't make like a trash in the carnitas. There we go. So let's get our fire lit. I'm just going to put it on low for right now so we can start melting our lard. There we go. You don't want to leave the fire on this copper pot for very long without something in it, or you can start damaging your pot. Come on, get off there. Now this is lard. I couldn't find the non-hydrogenated stuff. I prefer to use the stuff that's not hydrogenated. Anyway, put a couple cups of this in there. And then we'll get it melted down. I'm going to use about half of this. What we got? It's a 4 pound. I'm going to say I'm going to use 2 pounds of lard in there. So the lard is almost melted. I'm going to start putting my pork in here. I'm using pork shoulder, Boston butt, whatever you want to call it. You want something that's got a little bit of fat in it. You don't want to use real lean pork, but anything with some fat will work good. I mean, really, whatever you got to work. I'm going to start slowly putting this in here. Any chunks of fat or anything you cut off, just put that in there. That'll help render down and just make more lard. Now you want to cook this kind of slow at first. That way it cooks all the way through. You know, like what they say in barbecue, low and slow. Remember our onion and thyme? We're going to put that in there. I've got half a liter of the Mexican Coca Cola. Now I found this one, it does not have the high fructose corn syrup. Just because it's from Mexico doesn't mean it's doesn't have high fructose corn syrup. Read the label. I'll put that in there. I've got 1.5 tablespoons of sea salt. I'm going to put just a little water in here, kind of help cover everything a little bit. It's not going to need a lot. Don't get excited, it will cook out, but I don't want to add it to hot oil. I see some people do that on the videos and that always makes me nervous. When I was in the Navy and went to firefighting training, they poured water in hot oil and that was pretty amazing. As you can see, my pot's not big enough. I should have a bigger pot for this much pork. What I'm doing is I'm just coming in here once in a while, taking these pieces that are getting good contact, changing them out, like this one. It's got a raw piece there. Put that down in there. There we go. I've got that bag with the onion and seasoning. Got it in it submerged right now. Now I'm having to stay out here and keep an eye on this to make sure it doesn't bubble over, because the last thing I want is for this thing to catch on fire. Burn down my yard. That'd be a bad thing. I think that might upset the wife. We're about 45 minutes into the cook time. I just keep moving things around, pulling stuff off the bottom. I had to kind of move my pot over a little bit because it was hotter on this side than that side. You know, just playing around, but you got to be careful. Remember, you're dealing with a pot of hot oil. Anyway, it's one of these things, you just chill out. You know it's going to take time. Just know that going in. I keep moving my little bag around, turning it over and stuff. And it looks to be on track for what I was kind of thinking it should take. Anyway, I'll check back with you guys here in a little bit. We're about an hour in. We're going to go ahead and take this onion out. It's getting pretty soft. And we need to make room because our level's going down. Keep moving things around. Try to keep as much submerged as we can. And pretty soon all of the water and Coca Cola are going to be gone out of here, and this will start to fry instead of boiling. That's what we're looking for. We're about an hour and 45 minutes into this, and this definitely looks like it's frying now. It's not boiling, it's frying. So it shouldn't be too long, and this will be done. Anyway, it's looking pretty good. I just keep coming by and stirring it once in a while. I can tell the pork, instead of being all tight, it's getting tender, and that means that a lot of the fat's rendered out between the pieces of meat and stuff. But I'm about ready to eat, and this ain't getting done fast enough. These are definitely getting some color on them now. All I'm waiting for now is for that little bit of crust to get on the outside. I mean, they seem to be tender. The only way I'm going to know that for sure is to cut into them. So we're about 5 minutes away from being done with these. And there's some tortillas on the griddle right now. Oh yeah, I'm not cooking the tortillas. Somebody else is. Anyway, these have been cooking. They've got a nice crust on them. This took about 2 hours. I don't want a hard crust. So basically, these are done. I'm going to turn this fire down. It's just barely on, so it stays hot until I take them out. I don't want the oil to get cold. And then we're going to start taking these out and put them on a rack. So let's shred this. Oh, look at that. It's just practically falling apart. But it does have a little crust on the outside, but the inside is tender, moist. Let's assemble our tacos. There we go. Yeah, nice. We're going to put some tomatillo salsa verde. I didn't show you how to make that today, but I do have some other videos. Squeeze a fresh lime. As you can tell, I'm quickly losing my light, but hey, it's all fun and games until you taste it. Huh. That salsa with the moist meat. Muy bien.